Since he's beside you right now, do you think you could ask him if he could, even if he can't hear me, you could tell him that I would be interested if he could tell me about being in Nice and that kind of thing. And even if I can hear him even if he can't hear me, you know?
Okay, hold on. He wants to know, can you tell him anything about southern France? Or what was, how you felt? Or anything about the grave registration? Sounds legit.
Well,
but he can hear.
I can't hear.
No, just talk. He'll hear you.
I can't remember everything now.
Well, no, but whenever you remember.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that I can tell you that we had all the southern France. We went. I think our last cemetery was in maybe Dijon, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know how. Yeah. And then we had a cemetery in Germany at the end of the war, but we took all the American troops out of there and we brought them back to this Epinal, France. I think maybe it was. Maybe it was Epinal, France. But we buried the Americans by themselves, and the Germans. We had a place in the back where we buried them, and we all took the dog tags, and then after that, then we had a little bag that we had to put the remains in there, you know, like a diamond ring or something that they had in their pocket. That wasn't very much of stuff, but and then there was things that some of them were no dog tags. We had to take fingerprints.
Okay.
And then there was two of them, or two or three of them, that we had to take 2 charts. But then we had to take a knife and we had to cut them out open like that and take the 2 charts, and that was it. But they were all very good, as long as I know, you know. So that's about it.
And do you remember the cemetery that was near Nice?
I couldn't tell that because it's been so long ago, you know.
Okay.
The only thing I went on Nice, I had a pass to go there for 10 days, I guess. And that's the only thing where I was in Nice, Nice, France. But the other one that I had, I don't know. It was along the border of Switzerland, and that was. I think maybe it was Epinal, France. I don't know. You know where that is?
Yeah, I know where Epinal is. Yeah, but the one that's near my house is called Draguignan. I'm not sure if that name is familiar to you.
No, because that would be that was the only one I would be, because then after we buried him in Germany, then we took him to the next thing. I think it was maybe Epinal, France, or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Yeah, I think it's Epinal. They didn't want people to be buried in Germany, so they brought them back to Epinal, like you're saying.
Yeah, yes, they did. Yes. So that's about it.
Okay. And I just want to ask you, did you know a Lieutenant Southworth who was in your unit?
I couldn't tell you right now.
Okay.
It's been so long ago that the only one I remember was I don't even know his name, but he used to play football for Washington State. So
Okay.
That's the only one I remember real good, you know.
And
I couldn't even tell you the names of them. No, I couldn't.
Okay, I just wanted to ask that because I have his name written in a report I found. He signed it, and he was in the 48th. So I just wanted to ask you if you remembered his name. And how did you end up being in the graves registration? Did you volunteer for that, or did you get put into it, or?
No, I guess one of them got killed or something like that. This was when we went into Sicily. I mean, yeah. We went into Sicily, and they needed a medic, and the medics only took care of the guys that were dead. We took all the, dog tags off and whatever they had in their pocket, we put in the bag. But that's what my job was. That's all I done. And I had another medic with me, and the two of us, that's what we always done. We worked on the bodies, that's it. And then when we got there, we had prisoners. We always had prisoners where they would lay them on the ground, and then we'd work them over, and then they'd bury him, and that's it.
Okay. So, if I understand correctly, you were first a normal medic in the army, and then they needed a medic in the graves registration, so you ended up being taken as a medic for that.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, okay. And
Okay.
can I ask you a couple more questions, or?
If I can hear you, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned that you sometimes had to fingerprint bodies. Would you do that work, or did they have some specialized guy to do the work like that?
We done that.
Okay.
The two medics done that. And the same thing with a 2 charge. We done that.
Okay.
We only had the medics, and that was our job, to work on the dead soldiers to make sure that they were buried right and the names were right and everything like that. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Well, and I would be very interested, your wife said you had some pictures taken in those places. I'd be very interested if you can email them to me or send me a copy or something like that.
I got some pictures of the cemetery. If you want them, maybe I can send them to you.
Yeah, your wife said you can ask a friend who can send them by email, with the internet.
Oh, I can't do it that way. I don't have no this year. I can maybe send them in a mail or something like that, but that'd be it.
Well, if you want, you can send them by the mail. But your wife was saying that somebody you know can help you with the computer. You can just give them to him, and then he'll send them to me with the internet, and that way you keep the original pictures.
Okay, I'll try to get this guy to do it.
Okay, that'd be great.
Right?
That'd be great. Okay.
All right, nice talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, and have a nice day, and I'll look forward to getting the pictures. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll see you then.
Okay. Bye then. Bye.